Okay, so this is the video for the second part of the review on solving equations. So you should have downloaded the notes, printed them, or you're following along and copying the examples and doing what I do. Either way, the note should be going in the note section of your binder. Okay, so number one, we have a fraction, right? So we want to think of this as dividing by 4. So how do we get rid of dividing by 4? We're going to multiply each side by 4. So this, I'm going to go times 4 to the right side, and of course also times 4 to the left side. So the left side will be 8. On the right side, multiply by 4, divide by 4 will cancel, and we're just left with 3x plus 20. Okay, now we can isolate the 3x, subtract 20 from each side. Negative 12 equals 3x, and running out of room. Of course, we'll divide each side by 3, and negative 4 is equal to x. Okay, in number 2, 2 is just like 1. We have division by negative 3, so we're going to get rid of that by multiplying each side by negative 3. So times negative 3 times negative 3. The multiply and divide by negative 3 will cancel, giving us 5x minus 19 equals 21. And of course, we'll add 19 to each side. 5x is 40, which means, x is 8. All right, number 3, we have like terms, okay? So we set our steps for solving an equation. Distribute, nothing to distribute. Step 2 was combining. So before we can move on, we need to combine these two. So we have 29 equals negative 8x plus 5x combines to negative 3x minus 7. Okay. Next step, we want to add or subtract something each side. I'm going to add 7 so that the variable is alone. And last, we want to either multiply or divide. We'll divide. So negative 12 is equal to x. All right, number 4. Number 4, we have variables on each side, and we also have 2 distributions. So we're going to start by going through our steps. Step 1, distribute. So 5w minus 5 times 7, 35, minus 5 equals the right side, negative 7 times negative 4w, positive 28w, negative 7 times positive 4, negative 28, and we also have that minus negative 9w. Okay, now we have like terms on each side, there and there. Let me do this in a different color, and then there and there. Okay, so 5w, negative 35 and negative 5 combines to negative 40. 28w and negative 9w combines to 19w minus 28. Okay, so we have distributed and combined. Now we either want to add or subtract each side. I'm going to add 40. And you could have added the 28 instead. It's not going to make a difference. So we have 5w equals 19w plus 12. And then we'll subtract 19w from each side. Running out of space, so let's move up here. 5w minus 19w is negative 14w. And then on the other side, we have 12. We'll divide each side by negative 14. So Of course, 12 isn't divisible by 14, so we're just going to simplify. We're going to leave our answer as a fraction. Don't go to your calculator, get a messy decimal. So 12 and 14 are each divisible by 2. So we'll divide by 2 on top, divide by 2 on the bottom. So let's make it messy. We have W equals 12 by 2, 6, and negative 14 divided by 2, negative 7. Okay. The only other thing you want to do here, whenever you have a negative anywhere in a fraction, you want to bring it to the front. So write it like that. Okay. Again, when you get a fraction, leave it as a fraction. Don't go to the calculator, get a messy decimal. Of course, if you have something like 1/2, there's not anything wrong with writing 0.5 or 3/4, 0.75, but something like 6/7, leave it. All right. Number 5. Okay, we have distribution. Let's distribute. Negative 8x plus 10 plus 3x equals 5x plus 25. So you should see that the left side has like terms, the negative 4x and the positive 3x. Okay, negative 8x plus 3x, negative 5x plus 10 equals 5x plus 25. So I could either subtract the 10 or 25. I'm gonna subtract 10. Negative 5x equals positive 5x plus 15. Okay, now we want the variables all to be on the same side. So I'm going to move the positive 5x over to the left so that my variable is only on the left. Negative 10x equals 15. Divide each side by negative 10. Okay, and again, we're going to have a fraction. So 15 and 10 each divisible by 5. So x equals 3 over negative 2. And just like the previous example, we're going to want to bring the negative to the front of the fraction. We'll write it as negative 3 over 2.